Dude, I think Sushi crushed it on the 450, bro. Straight up. What do you think?
Yep. Joe, he rode really well. I was watching him. Fought really like right now. We're watching with our Eli Tomac
Yeah.
and Joe, and Joe rode phenomenal. I saw some I guess afterwards interviews, and he's like, man, that's a big boy to race against. That 450, two motos in Joe's position. There's not a lot of break, right, at Motocross of Nations. That's one of the special things about it, is you got to put two motos together very, very quickly, and solid ones. And as you guys can see, the ones that are all going to watch on YouTube, or you watch the broadcast and you're listening now, the track was gnarly. The track was beat up, tough conditions to ride. And I thought Joe rode phenomenal. So I think if you're Honda, if you're Lars,
You're stoked.
Yeah, you're sitting sitting in the hot seat in a nice position to, have a guy like Joe, move up when is time, to move up to a 450. The problem is, RC, with Hunter and Jet being signed up, as long as they're signed up, does Lars go out on a limb and have a 3-man 450 team, or is Joe going to be, moving on to another team, and some other team's going to be lucky to scoop him up for a 450 ride?
Dude, that is great. That is a great question. I think it'll all depend on when Hunter's deal is up, when Joe's deal is up. I know Joe, he's going to race 250 again, but what I think, like when I was watching him, selfishly, I put on my Triumph hat. I'm like, dude, I'd like to make a crack at him for the 450. When I was watching him ride that bike, how sometimes we talked a little bit about it with RJ throughout the Pro Motocross Championship, but some guys, when they go from 250 to 450, you can see they can't overpower the motorcycle, or the motorcycle is overriding them. I felt when I was watching Joe, other than the sound, dude, it looked like he was on his 250. It didn't. Did you like have a chance to notice that?
He wrote it very, very similar. Yeah, you couldn't really tell what it was on other than listening to it, right? Like, the bike didn't ride him. He looked identical to riding his 250, which is what you want. I know he hasn't had a ton of time on it, like leading into this race. Obviously, we just got done with SMX not long ago, and then he jumps up and moves up to get some seat time on the 450. But man, I mean, in my eyes, he'll go down as one of the best Japanese riders in history, period.
Easily 100%. I think also, before I want to touch on Kenny, before we move on, I think that, dude, he just raised his 450 stock in a massive way. I think if, that's what I think.
Yes.
I think he could, how he performed, and assuming he could perform the same way in Supercross, because remember, that's the outlier here, especially if in the US. If he can perform the same way in Supercross, I think he could easily be the A guy at a 450 on a 450.
But see, I would go on the other side. I think agree with you is I believed that he could ride a 450 on Supercross because of his style and how precise and smooth he is. It would be on the other side. Can he do the rough tracks? Can he run that pace with the big dogs up front on a 450 outdoors? Because I believe Joe's riding style, it's good for both, don't get me wrong, but I would say he struggled more a little bit on the outdoor side than it was, in my opinion, than Supercross. So now that he just went out and had that performance on a 450 with not much seat time on it, outdoors, I go right with you with the stock raising for sure.
Yeah.
Hi folks, Lee Diffie from NBC Sports. If you enjoyed what you just watched, well, it's time to bring the action and subscribe to the Motorsports on NBC YouTube channel. You can have it all: news, highlights, interviews, and analysis. So go for it.